Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tradeversity Online Trading Academy. This is Dynamic FX bringing you today's market analysis. Today is the 16th of June, 2019. Please, before we proceed, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the bell notification so that you're notified every time we post a new video. Don't also forget to like the video. I hope we have been having a profitable week and a profitable experience trading. And I also hope that some of our materials have been very helpful. We had a very lovely week in the past week. All right, most of our calls played out. It was also quite a very volatile week for most of the currency pairs, especially Euro, USD, and gold. Gold rallied last week, so it was quite significant. So I'm going to be doing my analysis differently this week. What I've observed when I did most of my videos, I noticed that my analysis on gold actually attracted more views. So that people actually viewed more of that video. So I'm going to be focusing more on that setup, maybe do a bit of Bitcoin and maybe one or two currencies. So what I also wanted to do, if there's any currency you want me to talk about or just like to share, let me share my views on any of the currency pair or any instrument that I love to trade, please feel free to leave a comment at the comment section below. I'll happily get back to you on that, and I'll do my best to share my view on it. Okay, so what are we looking at? Well, like we always want to do at Tradeversity, what we always want to start from is look at the sentiment of the market, move into the fundamentals before we get into the technicals. All right, so I'll just run through that quickly. Let me see if I can beat the time, reduce the time of this recording. Okay, so let's come up with the sentiment. So look at the sentiment analyzer, our COT analyzer for the week. All right, so we're looking at the last report that was issued released on the 11th of June. Okay, and what we can see, let me bring up my annotation tool quickly so that I will guide you. Let me make 1 or 2 points on this. All right, so quickly, the US dollar, we can see that they're taking off, actually taking off their longs, but not as much as they're taking off their shorts off the table. So they're reducing their long position on in terms of the US dollar. Okay, for the Swiss franc, is a lot of shorts taking off the table, just significant. The short position has been significantly reduced, but we know that in the long run, the Swiss franc still remains very bearish. But in the short term, right, for the week, they're reducing their short position and their long not as much. Okay, so we'll see how everything turns out for the Swiss franc. Okay, the New Zealand dollar, also the short positions have been reduced and the long position not as much. Japanese yen, okay, you can see the Japanese yen short position reduced, also at the same, almost at the same ratio by which the long positions too were also reduced. So when I mean position is we're looking at institutional positions in particular asset classes. Okay, for those of you that are new, and this report is usually issued by Commodities Futures Trading Commission, as a regulatory body in the United States. So if you want to learn more about it, please, although we're still yet to resolve the issue on our website, but you can still send me an email. I will leave my personal email address while we try to sort out the issue on the website temporarily. The website is down for now. We're working on resolving the technical issues around that, but you can send me an email or leave a comment at the comment section below if you would like to learn more about how to carry out sentiment analysis using the COT report. Okay, let me continue. Euro for the week, the shorts have been taking off, the long not as much. Okay, sorry about my drawing. Let me clear that. So for Canadian dollar, is something we're definitely looking at for the week. Okay, a bit of short position added, but more bullish outlook For the Canadian dollar, more long position have been added. The British pound, the short position has been reduced. The long position also reduced, not as much. So we could see a bit of a range-bound currency pair. So this represent more outflow for this currency pair. So for us at TradeVersity, definitely the Canadian dollar is what we'll be looking at significantly for the week. The Australian dollar is equal ratio of short position and long position taken out. Okay, so they're reducing the short position and long position at the same time. So looking at indices right now, the indices, the VIX last week was very bullish. So we saw that very volatile environment actually. Okay, so this is like what we call the volatility index. Most of us know it as volatility index. And Wall Street is really known as the fear index. All right, it's positional in options basically that traders are taking. All right, so the long position has been reduced and the short position not as much. Okay, so S&P 500 is pretty bullish. Long position has been added. Okay, so we could see S&P 500 bullish this week. Okay, the Nikkei 100 okay is very bullish. Long positions significantly added. Okay, although short not as much. You can see short positions added here also, not as much. The Nasdaq consolidated have bullish positions added. The Russell 2000 because a lot of short position added here. For the DJI, which is the Dow Jones Industrial Average, or some of you know is as US 30. Some platforms known as WTI, okay, or some is DJ30 on some platforms, trading platforms. Okay, a bit of a long position added here. Okay, the short position has been reduced a little bit. So that is for the indices. Okay, let me take you through let me run you through the treasuries. Let's look at the treasuries. Okay, if you can see for treasuries, you can see the bonds, US bonds, the ultra US bonds bullish, the ultra 10-year is bullish, and a bit of short position to also added. For the US treasury bonds, it's very bullish. Okay, long positions significantly added. 5-year US treasury notes is also bullish. So I'm seeing a lot of bullish position. I'm seeing a lot of bullish position on the treasury for the United States, maybe representing some sort of caution. Usually these are considered less risky assets. So we're seeing money flowing out of most of the currencies, and you can see it flowing into treasuries. Could represent a risk-on environment where a lot of investors are seeking safe havens. Okay, so we'll see if that also is the case for the commodities. But you can see a lot of bullish positions, especially taking on more tech-weighted stocks like the Nikkei 100, Nasdaq 100, sorry, the Nasdaq 100. So we'll be watching that closely and see how investors react this week. So for the commodities, you can see silver is bullish, gold is also very bullish. Crude oil is very bearish at the moment. Okay, Brent crude oil, so more short position being added to short side. Brent crude oil may be bullish. Bitcoin is also bullish, although you can't see too much of the data here to show you the long-term view for Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is bullish. So let me look at crude oil. Let's see what Bitcoin has to offer. Yeah, it actually hits 9,000 over the weekend. I don't know how many of us were in that trade. Hits like 9,000. I'm looking for Bitcoin here. So let me bring that to a long-term view. Yes, Bitcoin is still very bullish. You can see the momentum has been on the upside. more positions being added to. So moving from a very bearish position to but we can also see declining opening interest. We're not seeing new contracts being added. Okay, so we'll need to be very mindful of that. Of course, consider it a very volatile instrument, so you need to ensure that your risk management rules are well in place. Okay, there's a quick pause here. Okay, so that's that for Bitcoin. It's bullish. Quickly, let's see the long-term view for US dollar. Should be here. Okay, we're not looking at. Okay, well, yeah. Let me quickly take a look at the US dollar. All right, so we're seeing gradual decline in the US dollar from the non-commercial, gradually declining from a net long position, gradually, it's drifting down to this zero line here. So you need to be very mindful of that. We're seeing a drop in open contracts. The long position has significantly dropped below its moving average. Okay, this is something we need to watch out for significantly. Fine, yes, in the long run, USD still remains very bullish. Okay, so the short position, we're seeing the drop. So a lot of concerns around the trade war could be responsible for this. Some issues also arising. Of course, the Trump effect cannot be ruled out. All right. So, like I said, my key focus today will be on gold. I'll take a look at gold, look at Bitcoin, look at Euro USD, and we'll also look at I'll look at maybe GBP USD. All right, this is for gold. You can see this bounce off here. The price still remains very bullish, and they've significantly added more long positions to the current drive. So we need to be very mindful of that. You can see this pushing higher despite the drop that we realized on Fridays. Some of the traders are still calling it a sell, given that is at a monthly high. But we'll take a look at the technicals and confirm the direction. But overall, the sentiment still remains bullish. Okay, so that is for gold. So the Canadian dollar, from a long-term perspective, let's see what Canadian dollar has to offer this week. All right, let's see the play out. So we want to see what happens with Canadian dollar sometime on Wednesday. Wow. Okay, strongly moving away from the very bearish position it has been since 2018 of March last year. We're seeing a strong momentum pushing price to the upside. A significant long position added here, so we could see a move to the upside for the Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar may be very strong this week, so we'll look for a very weak currency pairs to pair that with. Okay, so that's enough for sentiment. So let's head over to our calendar now. Let's see what we have in terms of news events or economic reports that we expect. All right, good. We're here. Okay. Oh yes, man. Before I proceed, this is something I was doing a research on. This graph here is representing the gold reserves for the United States. Okay, compared to India. United States has the highest gold reserve, but we can see that since 2010, India has injected up their gold reserves. All right, and we can see that in 2019, that has also increased, is also increasing in terms of trend. Okay, so I don't know, that just something I said I should share in terms of information. And you can also compare. I know that I also, let's see, maybe we can compare that of China. China is another country. No, Russia. Let's see what Russia is doing in terms of their gold reserve. Okay, before I move over to the fundamentals. Okay, Russia should be here. Russia is here. Yes. Okay, Russia too has significantly been building up their gold reserve. US has remained flat, say somewhere around here. So, well, I don't know what to make of that information. Well, gold still represents a very good buy in the long run. That is from my own point of view, anyway. Okay, so 2019, we're seeing a lot of countries shifting, um, increasing their reserve in gold. I'll still do more research on that and get back to you. Let me know what you think if you find this information useful, or you let me know what you think. All right, so we want to look at the calendar for the week. Okay, let's see what we're expecting. Okay, it looks like it's going to be a very busy week. A lot of economic data is going to be released this week. The high impact news, let's see the high impact news that we're expecting. Yes, on Monday is the RBA meetings for the Australian dollar. The New Zealand economic sentiment is index is also up for Germany. Okay, growth rate year on year. Okay, that's for Russia. It's also expected for Q1. All right, growth rate is expected to drop year on year to 0.5 in terms of the forecast. On Wednesday, okay, we are not really expecting any high impact news on Monday. On Wednesday, we have the Japan balance of trade for May. Okay, the 60 from 60 billion that is expected to drop, so that could represent a negative report for the Japanese yen. Inflation rate year on year for pounds is expected to remain flat. Canada inflation rates year on year is expected to drop from that it's a slight increase from 2% to 2.1%. Okay, that's an increase in inflation. Okay, the Fed interest rate decision is still expected to remain flat for the United States. The FOMC economic projections for the United States is also going to be what traders will be paying attention to on Wednesday. On Thursday, the MPC meeting minutes for Britain is also expected. United Kingdom is expected. The Bank of England quantitative easing is also expected to remain flat. Interest rate decisions also expected to remain flat. Okay. For the consumer confidence flash for June for Euro. Okay, the confidence flash is still going to decline, which may not speak too well for Euro this week on Thursday. So we'll be looking at that and see how the market reacts to that. On Friday, inflation rate year on year for May for Japan is still going to be is expected to edge up slightly from 0.9% to 1%. Okay, we'll be looking at that. Okay, but still, general consensus is expected to drop to about 0.7%. Okay, the German market manufacturing PMI results is also expected to improve for Germany on Friday. So it's going to be quite a busy week, a lot of high impact news throughout the week. So we could expect a very volatile week. This may definitely, who knows, may benefit gold. If maybe we could also see the non-commercials taking positions in the treasuries market and commodities market. Okay, we're seeing a lot of outflow from the currencies. Okay, we could see some inflow into the stock market, but not that cautiously, but just not that aggressive. I mean, but they're trading cautiously on that end. But very strong positions in the treasuries market and in the commodities market. So that's what the week economic calendar for the week looks like. So, like I said, I just want to focus on the trade setup on gold. We have eye on gold this week. Definitely, we've had a test of the 1,357 level that was really rejected, was a strong resistance around this level, was strongly rejected, but we still know that we have strong positions being added to the long side. So what we definitely we can still expect, if we look at definitely we were able to break this strong downtrend here that we had for some days. So we could still see a strong pullback to these levels here. Okay, I could see a strong pullback and still drag pull. See that happen here. Okay, so let's be watching that closely. All right, so we could see price push down here. Okay, then natural price coming out. Sorry, let me check on something quickly. All right, strong rejection on that level. Okay. All right. Oh, sorry, I just checking up on the trade of mine. Okay, good. So then, yes, before we start heading higher again, so you could see this happen to the retest of this level before we start pushing higher. Okay, so giving some of those insights in terms of countries building up their gold reserve, okay, and the non-commercials also definitely taking long positions in terms of long positions in gold market. Definitely, what these new highs is very attractive for sellers, especially reverse trend traders and swing traders usually that want to sell this. Okay, so if there's still enough momentum, we could see price push lower here and we test this previous levels of support and resistance. Here could see price bounce off 1320 level, or another level here, 1308 level, okay, or this level here. So but in the long run, this is still a very good buy decision. Okay, so we definitely had this channel down this way. All right, but eventually broke out of this channel, so still a very good buy in our view. In the short term, say pullback down to this level, get opportunity to take that higher. All right, okay, so that's where we are at the moment for gold. Remain bullish. So let's I also saw this. Let's look at this. Let's see what insights we have here. Okay, so it still boils down to what I was saying in terms of what we would expect. So we have two levels we could have. We could have it retrace up to this level here. Okay, test this 0.5 retracement level here. Okay, of the Fibonacci fan, or we could test this. It would get a deeper pullback down here. All right, so that is where we are at the moment for gold. All right, so let's head over to Euro USD. So I can bring this to a close. What do we have in Euro USD? Okay, last week we called this as a buy. Yes, we broke out of this level initially, then pullback, which is still expected. So okay, if you're still holding this trade, still be patient with it. Definitely, we could see price to push higher to this level. So we're still on track in terms of Euro USD. Still a good buy. If we would definitely be expecting a weakening of the dollar for the week, given the sentiment of the market. Okay, that's Euro USD. Let me see what I have for GBP USD. Okay, this will have GBP USD. Okay, last week, so you can see that played out just as we anticipated. So if you're holding a sell right now, you should definitely be making some good profits. Okay, that is for the GBP USD. So we expect this trend to still continue to the downside. Okay, well, what other? So what we're definitely looking at, let's see USD CAD. Okay, which is one of the major players we're looking at. Okay, so I've been looking at this for quite a while. Let me get rid of this channel. Oh, sorry. Okay, get rid of this. Grids. Okay, delete that. Actually, delete that. So what do we have here? So we're definitely seeing a strong resistance around this level. So in line with the sentiments, we could definitely see the CAD drag the USD to down. Okay, so but we still have an upside risk here. So price could still push up higher first before heading down. But we're definitely having a very good resistance at this level. Okay, good. So if we get an opportunity to get price to push up higher here, the better, and we still get to sell that again. So let's see, another thing I noticed is a break of the trend line. Do we have a break of the trend line here? Yes, we do. So this is still a very good setup to go short on a USD CAD. So that's about it from me. So like I said, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We're going short on USD CAD. We're going long on gold. I forget a pullback. USD still represents a good buy. All right. Most of our calls here are definitely long term. So be patient with your trades. GBP USD is also bearish. If you're looking at selling that, that's in our own opinion anyway. You should confirm that with your trading trade technique or your trade opinion. All right, so that's it. Please subscribe, hit the like button, and we'll definitely be hearing from me again in the next video. So this is Dynamic FX signing out.